Hello, or hola, should I say. As you can see, a few shades darker than last time. It's because I'm in sunny Las Palmas in the north of Gran Canaria. So today I wanted to talk about what the flow state really feels like. I've been watching lots of videos on the flow state recently. I'll link to them below. I've also recently done an article which should be published on Medium very soon about how to get in the flow state. And essentially what the flow state feels like is it's almost like a sense of allowing. So when you see a dancer and they're fully in the zone, and I'll link to below a fantastic, incredible dancer that I found in the last month or so. One of the videos that I watched recently talks about martial arts and kind of when you're in that zone and you're in that state, it's very fluid. So it's almost like you and the experience just become one in that moment. So there's a feeling of oneness, there's a feeling of connection, and there's a feeling of allowing. I guess that's the best way to describe it. And it's a feeling of trust, it's a feeling of surrender, all of those kind of points, I guess, or philosophies or energetic practices, I guess, which I've kind of detailed throughout all the other videos. It's where we come into alignment with who we really are, where we kind of just stop that mental chatter. We're just in the flow, so maybe we're doing Tai Chi, or maybe we're dancing, or maybe we're writing, we're just in that zone and we're typing away, and sometimes it happens to me, sometimes not, but we're in that zone and it's like everything else just disappears for that moment. And then we can kind of look up and look at our watch or clock and think, wow, 2 hours has passed and I didn't even notice the time. It's because you were so intensely with that present moment that almost like time stood still. If you've ever read Matt Haig's How to Stop Time, it's a fantastic book. They're making it into a film. I won't give it away too much, but that's essentially what he says as well. So how you stop time is just being fully in the present moment. And it's also what I've realised in the last couple of weeks is being in the present moment without judgment. Your conscious mind just isn't there. It's not there at all. It's not interfering. It's not going, oh, but what about this? When you're dancing, or when you're doing martial arts, or when you're doing any kind of anything, when you're in the flow state, your conscious mind is just effed off, for want of a better word. It's not there. It's, you are just so immersed fully with life. You become life. You become the dance. You become the, that martial art. You become whatever you're doing at that time. If you're an athlete, you're just fully in that moment. And it's a great place to be, and more people want to be in that flow state. In fact, my favourite DJs Above and Beyond have just released a little album called Flow State, and that's basically for yoga practice, and they're doing yoga all over the world and helping people to get in this flow state, helping people to connect with this feeling of oneness within, where there is no thought and there is no judgment. And we can all practice getting into that flow state more and more easily just by being aware and just being deeply attuned to this present moment. Like at the moment, I've just seen a gorgeous flock of birds, and they're just flying in unison like this around. And when we're in the flow state, we just experience. We're not thinking, we're not judging, we're not processing, we're just feeling. We're just feeling whatever we're feeling in that moment. And I've spoken before about the analogy of a kind of river, and I really believe the flow state is the river, and it is the river of universe energy, love, whatever you want to call it, that we can tap into all the time. We can kind of mentally disconnect from it, but we're always connected to it in our hearts. That's the key, right? We're always connected to it. We only can disconnect through it, through our mind interfering and blocking it. So when we do things that calm the mind, so meditation, yoga, mindfulness, just taking a mindful walk, nature, spoken about nature before. For me, it's just being in the sun, soaking up these beautiful vibes. it helps to be really present. So I guess how you can kind of allow yourself to go into that flow state more easily is just notice when you're really in the present moment, and take more actions that make you be in the present moment. Do more things that help you to be in the present moment. And allow is the key. Allowing is the key. I've spoken before about the power of our hearts and doing what we love, and it is really about allowing our true self, whatever that is, whatever we love, just allowing it through without judgment, not judging it, not judging our desires, not judging our needs and wants, not judging any of it, just allowing it to flow through and feeling all of it, feeling everything without judgment, right? That's the key, without judgment. Because when we start judging, when we start processing, that's when our conscious mind is getting in on the show, and we become disconnected then from our experience instead of just feeling it, instead of just being it, right? Because that's what the flow state is about. The flow state is about being with our whole body. It's not about disconnecting from it, intellectually, and like looking down on it and processing it and thinking, oh, should I be doing this, or am I doing this right? Yeah. You might have even seen people break the flow. So say if there's a dancer or somebody doing something, and then they're in the moment, they're in the zone, and then their conscious mind just goes, oh, what about this? And then they break the flow. Have you ever had that happen to you? I know I've had that happen to me lots of times, particularly when I used to speak at Toastmasters, when I used to do more public speaking. I used to get into my flow quite easily, and then there'd be a part of me that would be like, oh my god, what are you doing? You're doing this, or just have my conscious mind would just sneak in and break the flow state. But again, that's all about, it's all about kind of self-trust and allowing yourself to connect deeply with the present moment, without any fear, with total peace and presence. So that's what the flow state feels like. It feels like an allowing. It feels like self-trust. It feels like there's no thought. It feels like there's no judgment. It feels quite peaceful, and it feels like alignment. And that is why I've called this series the alignment. Well, I called it the alignment series at first, but the alignment and flow series, because when you're in the flow state, you're in alignment with your true self, your soul, the essence of your being, essentially. So, I want to hear from you. Have you been in the flow state recently? Do you know much about the flow state? Have you read much about positive psychology and what the flow state involves? And is there anything that you will implement on a daily or weekly basis that will help you get into this state of allowing more easily? Comment below and let me know. Bye bye!